Welcome to DMP Training Center. I'm Aaron McGee, and today we're going to look at some exciting new features that are coming in the XR version 2.13 update. One of those items is a new prompt for a zone expander serial number. Now, this will be for an upcoming zone expander module that we will be releasing, and this will allow you to simply enter in that serial number into this zone information programming, and then it automatically assigns that zone to that zone expander, and there's nothing else you have to do. This will allow us to remove those dials off of that zone expander, so then your teams don't have to worry about setting those dials when they're installing those zone expanders. So that's going to be a great feature once we release those zone expanders without those dials, so be looking forward to that. Now, another option that we're adding to the XR version 2.13 is allowing you to set the DNS to a different address even if your panel is set to DHCP. This is going to help you and your teams get around those instances to where maybe you have identified that there's a DNS issue at the site. Maybe that ISP has a DNS that isn't quite resolving the addresses that you need to be able to connect to SecureCom, to use dealer admin and use a virtual keypad. Maybe your customer's panel isn't pulling the weather properly. So this will allow you to set your own DNS and allow the panel to continue to get the rest of the IP information via DHCP. So that's a great feature to add to the XR series control panels. Now, another improvement that we've made is we have separated the wireless tamper operation from the wireless zone trouble operation. So what you would see in the past is if a tamper was activated on your wireless receiver that was connected to your XR series control panel, you would then receive at the central station a wireless trouble signal, and then all of your wireless zones would go into trouble as well, and you'd get those signals. What we have done now is if the wireless tamper is tripped, and it's just the tamper that has been tripped, you will only get the wireless trouble signal at the central station. Now, if someone were to cut the wire or the receiver stops communicating to the panel, then you would get the wireless trouble signal and all of the zone troubles as well, because now the panel can no longer get the status of those zones. One other small enhancement that we made to the XR series in version 2.13 is we have made sure that if you have an inactive user and they have their code associated to a wireless key fob button, that key fob button will no longer operate for arming, disarming, or sending any information through. If that action requires a user code, it will not operate if the user is set to inactive. Now, once you make that user active again, that wireless key fob will then allow them to arm, disarm, and perform those functions wirelessly from that button. So another great enhancement there. All of these enhancements in version 2.13 can be found at the DMP website. You can download that update and then update your panels through remote link. But more importantly, it can be found in dealer admin. In dealer admin, you can take advantage of the bulk firmware update process and really get all of your XR series panels updated to version 2.13 very quickly so that you and your teams and your customers can start taking advantage of these great features. Thanks for your time, and thanks for your business.